Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Pressure comes and down he goes. James Pierce. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And not a whole lot doing there as they get it up to about the 28-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's into the hands of Iomanner. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing Jones. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Stroud keeps it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35-yard line.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
We're scoreless after one.
35-yard line.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they've got it 2nd and 7. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The throwing again is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down.
Stroud sets up the play action. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Stroud. Oh, he's got that wide open, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Alec Pierce, a 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Number 13.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DK Metcalf, 45 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Yards. Complete to Chig Okonkwo. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
4 yards.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
7 Pirates, trap 60.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Over the middle, he has a Okonkwo. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Here goes Stroud again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And it's caught. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a first down.
Stroud out of the gun here. Now he'll tuck this and run to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go now.
Stroud keeps it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1.
Ready.
Stroud keeps it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And they'll send the tight end in motion. 4th down. Here's Stroud. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams there to make the grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal. Offense versus defense, and the offense won it.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Our home team, 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing on second down, Jones. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Jones now from the gun on third down. They'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he's putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel.
James Pierce. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off play action. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Got his man, a conqueror. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
That's good. For a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 65 catch, 65 catch. Go.
Stroud. They'll find Williams on the slant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
19, Pioneer.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
And now the common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Second and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Ready,
Here's Stroud. He'll complete this one. Okonkwo. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he's going to take this one back to the 7-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got Pierce. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Results in a first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 35, here's second down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Looking one side, he's got it. Complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 13 yards. And a first down.
Stroud off the play fake. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Our home team, 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 45-yard line.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here we go, set. 19, 60.
Now Jones. This is caught at the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Galakayo Manor, 55 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Our home team, 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Stroud to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
79 Broncos.
In motion goes the tight end. Stroud working out of the gun. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud will look to throw once more. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce, has it knocked loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, yeah, an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Evans has it left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards.
Now Jones wants to change it up.
Henderson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
Jones operating from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the night. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Our home team, 21.
after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Oh, good move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And Stroud now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Nice. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. Got his man. It's Williams. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Gain of 8. Complete to Jamison Williams. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stroud. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
At the 8-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Our home team, 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. They'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the left side, he finds Slaw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
15 more yards. That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw again. He finds his turn, and it's Evans. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Liking 18.
Stroud. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
Complete to Chig Okonkwo. A gain of 9 yards. Results in a
2 minutes
first down.
left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cut 19. Cut 19.
To throw is Stroud. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw is Jones. Now he's going to step up and run. This is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies. It's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Our home team, 28.
So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk reward of the onside onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, they're going to switch to their opponent.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
31-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud back to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let's go. Let's go, 80. 70.
Stroud looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.